Happy Wednesday, folks. It's the week of who would win still. It's Halloween, but I still got the one non-Halloween one to get to. Now, we've done Z, we've done Y, we're going to X. For the Sternritter fights, we're now going to Lillie Barro, who is Sternritter X. He's versus Sternritter X. Now, again, as I always preface it, these videos, I have to explain a little bit of who these characters are. If you never read Bleach, and you'd be reading Bleach because they have not animated the last arc yet. I hope that last arc gets a season, and that Taita Kubo has some input on there so we can get some explanations of things that didn't get explained because it got rushed. But point being, in the last arc of the series, there are these individuals called Quincy's who are humans with spiritual abilities, and they were invading the Soul Society, where the Soul Reapers, death gods, basically, live and do their thing. And basically, he was one of the enemies. Now, he is actually the elite, one of the four horsemen, one of the elite guards of the leader of the Quincy's. Lillie Barro is the X-axis. He is Sternritter X. Now, I'm going to explain what that means in a little bit. But I have to explain why he chose Angemon for his opponent. Some of these guys, there's some easy ones to figure out who they fight against. Like some of them have heat-based abilities, some of them have iron skin abilities, some of them are just really strong, some of them have easy abilities. Because of the way this guy's abilities are, and particularly how his full power abilities act, it was really kind of difficult to pinpoint an opponent for him for a little bit. However, then I realized in one of his like his Volstaging is like his powered up form, or Volstag is is Volstandig is pretty much a super up form. Some of them have names, and his does have a name in a different form as opposed to other ones who just get like angel wings and stuff. No, he looks like I think it's described like as a priest robe with angel wings. I'm like, an angel, someone who's kind of divine in nature because he thinks he's like the right hand of God, basically, because he sees his leader as God, and he is like the most purest and best of all of them. Angemon, he's an angel. I can use his Digivolutions. What? Why not go that route? That could be interesting. So we're doing Angemon versus Lillie Barro. So Lillie is the X-axis. Now, first off, it should be noted that he's not like super arrogant. He's very prideful and takes great pride in his abilities. However, that is a level of arrogance, because if he's up against something he doesn't understand or can't comprehend, he will panic and kind of, lose himself a little bit. And when he lost his his Volstaging, his actual ability, the X-axis, he kind of went a little crazy, like, I'm going to killing you will not save me. I'm going to destroy this whole place. He went like on a freaking blood rage. But the X-axis has to do with his rifle. Well, his rifle aids him in that. It's essentially that anything in the crosshairs of his X-axis, he can pierce. Basically, one second. The he can pretty much pierce or anything that is between his rifle and between the target. And his eye is actually, he has a special eye. You can see it in the thumbnail a little bit, but he's got this X around his eye that when he opens the eye, he briefly becomes intangible. That's part of his ability to physical harm. He's spatially not there. So he's intangible. And when he's doing that, he pretty much can just shoot through anything. Whatever is there is just done. Because at one point, the two individuals tried to block his shot against one of the royal guards, and they both put their things in front, and it just went straight through. So because of this, he's an expert marksman. His rifle shoots concentrated bullet-shaped reishi arrows, basically reishi bolts that can destroy buildings, and he can snipe from a good long distance too. It's not like it needs to be relatively close. No, he can do it. He can snipe from a good mile off and not be seen. Now, that being said, he's also got all the standard abilities of a Quincy, including Iron Haiku, which is super speed, Blue Veil, which is, enhanced abilities, or enhanced skin durability. Great reflexes, because Shunsui Kyoraku has a lot of deception abilities, but he was able to counter him from the first go, which even he said, Shunsui said was impressive. Like all the standard Quincy abilities, obviously. But then you get into his Volstagg. Now, oh man, his Volstagg actually has a name. Some of them don't have names. His has a name. And they're German, by the way, because the Quincy's are kind of like German based in their names and stuff like that a lot of the time. Jilel, I want to say it's called. Basically, it's like the will of God or something like that. In this form, and I'll put a link in the description for what that form looks like. And again, this is one of those moments I really wish I could edit like a video showing the form, but he basically takes on the form like a priest robe without legs, so he can make feet for himself with wings and this crowned hood. He has to open his eye 3 times in a row in battle, but then he's permitted to use the X-axis throughout his entire fight and use his Volstagg. In his Volstagg, he can teleport, he can fly, he constantly has the X-axis activated, which means he's pretty much not physically able to be hurt, more or less. Most attacks will not hurt him at all. And basically he has enhanced X-axis, where besides that, he's able to fire multiple bolts from his wings that can basically and summon like spatial holes through teleportation that will just target the opponent and follow them. So he's immensely destructive. However, he also has a second form. Should he be hurt, he can regenerate and turn into this bird-like crane, snake, angel deity thing who has regeneration, limb generation to create multiple limbs, ability called Ray of Judgment, which basically fires like a mini wave of a mini line of energy, which can basically decimate a whole city. He can use something called the trumpet, which he literally creates a giant trumpet of light, and he can summon a ball of light. And it's basically like a giant energy blast again. And even beyond that, in his weakened form, if he were to be somehow damaged or near destroying that, he has weakened forms, which look like flamencos, that can fire energy blasts and shapeshift things along those lines. They are weaker though. So he is immensely powerful and immensely hard to kill. Not impossible to kill, but immensely hard to kill. Angemon starts as Patamon, that adorable little orange guinea pig with bat ears that can fly. Yeah, I always did like Patamon. Patamon's kind of cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Agumon the best, but Patamon's a good. Patamon probably would come in at my. And just going by the rookies, mind you. Thinking about how I like the design of all of them, he probably came at like number 4 or something like that, because I think it's Agumon. Honestly, I like Tentamon's design a lot. Gabumon, and then I'd say maybe Patamon for the cuteness factor. But then he digivolves into Angemon, who was an angel type Digimon, a divine Digimon. He's usually brought out to help fight evil. He's always kind of the Deus Ex Machina angel, if you will, for the opponents he did against Devimon, Myotismon, Piedmon. So yeah, he's always usually the trump card, the ace in the hole. He's got several. I mean, one of the things he can do is fight with his Angel's Rod. He can fight with his rod, obviously. Omni Typhoon, which is pretty much a divine tornado. So I'd have to guess there's divine energy in there. And Hand of Fate, which is basically his trademark move, which is a Hand of Fate. Sometimes I think it's also called Fist of Fate. Now it can be used in either a punch or it can be used in an energy blast. Usually we see it as an energy blast. But it can be used as that. It's obviously divine energy. Now, his ultimate form, or ultimate level, is Magna Angemon, as it said. Magna Angemon, now let's be clear also, the Angemon line is proportionately stronger than the level they're actually at. Like, Angemon is a champion level Digimon, who is probably on par with low-level ultimate level Digimon. Magna Angemon is an ultimate level Digimon who can beat Mega level Digimon without actually a lot of difficulty thanks to his type of attacks. And we'll get to his Mega level because, oh man, the Angemon line is strong. But Magna Angemon, now this is where they really kind of, not jump the start, sorry. This is where they start to give him a lot more to work with. He has a beam shield, which is pretty much like an energy shield on his left arm. he has basically an energy version of Excalibur on his right arm. And with this, he's capable of very capable of using it. He is capable of using attacks like Soul Vanisher, which is a purifying energy blast, Magna Antidote, which basically cures his allies, and his trademark attack is Gate of Destiny, which opens a door to creates a gate, opens a door to a subspace of oblivion, and basically cosigns them, sucks in the opponent into that dimension of nothingness for all eternity. Or they can teleport someone, or they can fire an energy blast from the gate. Either way, it's a pretty hacks technique. But you think I'm done there? No, because he goes beyond Ultimate. He goes to Mega with Seraphimon. Or Seraphimon, sorry. Well, technically it's Seraphimon in the dub, but it's obviously based off the term Seraphim, which is a class of angel. Seraphimon is like a holy divine god type angel Digimon. He has several attacks, but one of the big ones is Divine Lightning, which summons Divine Lightning, or Hollow Ascension, which summons powerful Divine Lightning. Strike of the Seven Stars fires 7 superheated spheres of light. Now, and if I were to guess, it's obviously holy light. It's obviously like holy energy, but concentrated spheres, like superheated. If I were to be a bet man, because this is a mega level, let's be clear now. Ultimate level Digimon, like Ultimate level Greymon, and not every champion, and not every Digimon in their respective levels are equal to each other. Like there are Ultimates that are way above other Ultimates, Megas that are way above other Megas. Hell, rookies that are equivalent of Mega Digimon. It's all over the place in Digimon. But essentially, there are Digimon who not only like Metal Greymon has the power literally listed of a nuclear warhead. But there are Digimon that just hears him. That's how powerful he is. And then there's others that just go beyond my computer screen. That's the escalation of power here. So if I were to guess, this being a holy divine like angel Digimon kind of guy, that these are like holy, almost like suns, like miniature suns of divine energy he's holding. So if we're to go by that logic, that's power beyond power concentrated in 7 tiny spheres. And yeah, that's not his fucking trump card. Rising Halo converts, and now this is weird. It converts his mortal life through. Okay, this was weird. Some concept of Christianity through something question of truth or something like that into the Big Bang. I don't understand the concept of what they're going for with that. But essentially, it's a self-sacrifice move where he can pretty much create a Big Bang. And the Big Bang is the bang that literally created the universe. So, or basically it caused the universe to expand. And if you're talking about that energy, then holy crap, that's an ultimate level technique. That is like, not ultimate, it's a mega level technique, but it's a, that's power beyond power we've seen, or that I've theoretically used in a Who Would Win, theoretically speaking. But anyway, let's actually get to this fight, because I think I'm at like what now, the 13. Okay, actually, I'm not doing too bad. Well, sometimes I go off for so long, I'm like at the 19-minute mark before you can get to the actual fight. So let's say the Sternritters are invading the digital world. But let's also put Matt, his Digipartner, with Angemon, which gives him the ability to Digivolve. At least at the ultimate level, we'll give him the Mega level for this fight. Assuming he makes it to the Mega level. We don't know. Let's figure it out. Now, I mean, and they're in a Digi-City, and maybe they're taking over, and it's like, Angemon, look out! And, or maybe like, Matt, look out! And he gets Matt out of the way, takes a bolt through one of his wings, like, ah! It's like, It's like, I meant to take the kid out, but I guess I'll have to take you out first. And it's like, not before, no, unless I take you out first. Hand of fate! And then you blast them. Lily gets out of the way pretty quick, just starts firing shots off. A couple of them graze Angemon, but a graze from this is pretty much, shink. You're missing that chunk. But Angemon's still like, divine tornado, omni tornado, and then just, fires tornado, and then Lillie Barro's got to get out of the way. He can't really shoot. I mean, he could shoot through the tornado, but if you can't see Angemon, there's no point in wasting a shot. However, Angemon quickly, flies behind him, maybe hits him with the rod. Lily didn't see that coming in time. Comes in, fires another shot. Angemon's able to get out of the way. Does a hand of fate, and then, fires the Hand of Fate blast towards him. Now, that being said, Lillie opens his eye. Intangibility blast is able to go through there, fires again. That one hits him straight through the shoulder. Angemon, so now he's like, throws his rod. Again, Lillie just opens his eyes again, goes intangible. Angemon does a divine tornado. Lillie will get caught up in it because he's got to get out of the way of the divine tornado. I'm calling it divine omni tornado. So now he's just flying around. It's like, whoa, it's like, ugh. But he's still able to get a shot, get his shot lined up. Fires an Angemon. Angemon fires a Hand of Fate again. And do you need to go outside, Papa? Nope, you're getting food. Fires a Hand of Fate again. I'm guessing, though, the bolt can go through energy, and by that count, don't get me wrong, it still, hits Lillie, but he opens his eye one more time, and it goes intangible once more, and now Angemon just, it just, now I've opened my eye 3 times, and he explains his ability, and then he goes into his Vol's thing, he's like, you have no chance, Angel of God. It's like Angel of Digital. As he's about to say, Angemon, no! It's like Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon, Angemon, Digivolve 2, Magna Angemon, Digimon. And then because I would imagine the bolts of energy are coming towards him right as he's about to Digivolve, all of a sudden he just just blocks him with Excalibur on his arm, and even Angemon's just like, or to me, even Lillie's just like, It's like, you blocked it, you changed your form, you've grown far more powerful. This fight is over! Evil! There's like, now feel the power of justice! Gate of destiny! And then, he summons the gate and just you really believe that will do anything. And he's just, he fires the bolts again. They bypass the gate, however, that's not the point of the attack. And Angemon's is flying around trying to avoid them. It's like, you think you can, and all of a sudden, he stops as he's feeling himself being pulled in. It's like, what is this? And now he sees the gate sucking him in. It's like, you think this will stop me? He's like, but because he's intangible, so he can't theoretically be physically hurt. But the point of the Gate of Destiny isn't to physically hurt you. It's to suck you into a void of nothingness. So, that attack could work on him. And he's quickly realizing, he's like, I don't do something, I'm going to be stuck here. And he can even tell that because, Soul Society, Waco Mundo, Real World, they're all different dimensions, theoretically speaking. He can tell that's a different dimension. If he can't, he might not be able to get out. However, the Gate of Destiny is a gate. It has something where the hole is that the energy is coming from. So he just fires his blast of energy there and destroys the gate right before he gets sucked in. And he lets out a breath like, oh. However, he fails to see Angemon right behind him with Excalibur. Now, it's Excalibur, so you have to assume it has some sort of abilities that would be attributed to Excalibur. I just don't know, per se, what those abilities are. But let's say, for sake of saying, because he's a holy divine angel, he's able to maybe not hurt him, but we're not kill him, definitely, but actually get like a scratch. Like, it still phases through him, but he scratches him somehow. So he's realizing, he scratched me. How did he scratch me? Is he, you dare touch God's right hand? Or you dare touch God's hand? And then, fires these bolts, and all of a sudden he opens these portals, teleports again, and fires more bolts. Angemon's now really on the defense, but makes an Gate of Destiny, sucks up these holes, and they just sucks up the bullets, they disappear, fires energy blast through the Gate of Destiny after that, and just, it's plowing around the whole area with the Gate of Destiny, just, but... Lillie's getting out of the way because he realizes if he can maybe cut me with his sword, I don't want to risk to see if he can actually hurt me with this energy blast. So again, he destroys the gate, and Magnum Angemon again is on the back burner a little bit. That's when TK is like, "Come on, Magnum Angemon, we'll show him what happens when you mess with our friends." Like, Patamon Warp Digivolve 2, Seraphimon. So now you have Seraphimon here, who looks like a divine paladin knight of some kind. And yeah, it's like this. And he who also has Excalibur. Once you get into Magna Angelon, they have Excalibur. He still has Excalibur with him. So now now he's ready to full fight, and they're just standing off at each other. Lillie fires off the blast again, but Angemon just suddenly appears right in front of him. It's like, what is this? Strike of the 7 stars? And then just blast him. and just, and even Lily's eyes are just widening in pain. Just, what is this? Like, a wholly condensed light of wholly condensed energy, superheated to this, the temperature of 1,000 suns. And then I don't know precisely. I'm guessing what he could say. It's like, now feel the burn of God's judgment, and then he gets blasted back. So now and he's is smoldering. So the pile's like, well, it's like, and so ends the false god. The false. I say, me and Matt, we're gonna go fight this false god, or something like that. And he says, and so ends the false right hand of God, or something like that. The false hand of God, or something like that. But then all of a sudden, Lily just gets out of the rubble, just the giant owl bird thing. Kind of reminded me a little bit of that spirit owl from Avatar: The Last Airbender, for the librarian, if you remember that character. Kind of reminds me of that, the design. So it's like, you dare strike at God's hand, you shall be smoted. And then, he fires down arrows of energy. He's just going all out. And, Seraphimon's doing his best. He has Excalibur as well, so he's cutting through things, firing 7 blasts of energy, firing divine lightning, and they're just going back and forth. It's a heavy battle of energy and power. And it gets to the point where, Lily's probably not tired. Angemon's probably tired. But Angemon can still probably get hits in on Lily. Because Lily's not immune to his own attacks either. If you can hit him with his own attack, he will be hurt. So now the whole Big Bang thing, that's the problem. I don't think it really is in terms of a Big Bang. I think it's like a blast, like that could be conceived as a Big Bang. That's 1 second. I was sitting on my leg. There we go. Oh, baby. I think it's something like it's a concentrated like blast. It'd be basically like an equivalent of Big Bang, like an erasure kind of ability. And I think, but he'd have to sacrifice his life for that. And I think it's one of those things that he would probably he would do that. Seraphimon would do that because that's the kind of character Seraphimon is. If he really feels that he can't win the fight in the long term, but he needs to get rid of this threat, he would sacrifice himself because that's what Seraphimon does. And Seraphimon, I think, would just powers like it's like this fight ends now. It's like, neither of us shall leave this place alive. And yeah, he uses the Halo and Big Bang's Lillie Barro. And if you're gonna ask me who wins, we're gonna get like the little mini flamenco weakened versions of him? The answer would be no, because that's pretty much a pure erasing kind of ability, a pure just power beyond power type of attack at the cost of your mortal soul in this case, and of course, at the cost of your life. So who technically wins this fight? Well, technically Seraphimon delivers the final blow in this case, but technically no one won. Technically this is a draw. But if you're gonna, because I never do draws. I always want to give you like my thought on who actually wins the fight. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Angemon. Now, the reason I say that is because there's a very real scenario where the Gate of Destiny and Magna Angemon works. It sucks in Lillie Barro because he is arrogant. He is very prideful in his abilities, and he thinks he is above all else in terms of like the Sturmers and everyone else. He thinks he's God's right hand, basically. So because of that, I think he would definitely underestimate the Angemon line. And that technique beats individuals who are more powerful in terms of raw power than Lily. So I'm going with the Angemon line because one, the Big Bang attack, the Halo Ascension, or no, sorry, the Rising Halo, that attack would automatically kill him. But there's a realistic scenario where Magna Angemon could basically take Lily by surprise, Lily not expecting him to be this strong, and take him in the Gate of Destiny, and that's the end of it. And there's probably no way that he would be able to get out of that subspace of oblivion, basically. Because it's technically another dimension, but it's a different plane of existence than something like the Soul Society or Waco Mundo. So where the Hollows live, for those of you who don't actually know Bleach. So the percentage, though, Oh, it's like hair razor thin because of the way that Lillie's powers are designed, he's nearly impossible to hurt unless through certain means. So, but I do think, wow, that was weird. I almost went into an accent there. That because I had a burp. I do think that the Angemon line falls into the category of like divine abilities could probably hurt him. But again, Lillie could also probably, if he like got a headshot or just continue to pull on the pain, which he might do. So I would probably go. I'm gonna go 60-40 in favor of Angemon, but it's not by. I mean, again, 60-40. That's not a wide margin right there. It's really not. But 60-40, I think that's a fair. There's very real scenarios where Lillie wins. I just think the chances that he gets underestimated by Lillie and his overall power and his abilities in this case are enough to overwhelm Barrow. So I'm going to go Angemon 60-40. Hey, if you think different, though, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's have some fun. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, What If, anything I do in the channel, Dragon Ball Super, all that stuff. Put in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. Suburbicon will be this week. It'll be tomorrow. I'm again pre-recorded a bunch of episodes already for the Who Would Win. Trying to think if I got anything else planned. Oh, What If will probably be up at some point. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.